little bit.
I mean,
We're always waiting for the boss. Come on.
we know how it goes. We know how it goes. He does.
Nice
He's got a
hat.
hat. So I want to start at the very beginning, right? So Kevin, you know we're talking live to the fans. Chloe, we're actually live streaming to the fans right now. Live. So go back to the beginning. Kevin, you've said that when Chloe came in and did her pitch for this film, you connected with it. That was really what won you over. So can you talk a little bit about that?
And it was even before that. Our producer, Nate Moore, who you might have already spoken to today, really had a belief in this. And we'd always wanted to do something that spanned millennia and focused on these immortal characters. It was Nate that was like, these Eternals, there's something here. And I said, all right, well, let's see what it is. Start working on it. And it was when Nate brought Chloe in to say, here's what it could be, that I was like, well, Nate was right, and Chloe has a remarkable vision for it, which I'm so excited that people finally get to see today.
So exciting. And well, Chloe, for you, now you've said before you're a fan of the MCU and the genre, but what was it specifically about telling the story of the Eternals that really spoke to you and you said, this is the project I want to do?
Well, when I first went to pitch the movie, right, the first thing I showed him was a macro picture of sand. So, and then I started citing a William Blake poem to him.
True. Yeah, I'm still with it.
I'm still with it. But what it was trying to say in that poem is that you can find endless beauty in the cosmos in the smallest things on Earth. And we were set out to capture that scale. And so that when I read the treatment, I go, this story allows us to go that epic and that intimate. So.
And one of the things that allowed you to do that, of course, is your filming style, which is using a lot of practical locations, which I understand is a bit of something new to this scale and scope.
I didn't know you were allowed to do that anymore. Honestly, I didn't know you could go out and shoot real places.
Oh.
It's amazing. Chloe said, no, you can. It's okay.
There was no, even discussing it, as soon as we pitched the movie, when we pitched it, it was both what and how. And when I was explaining how, we have to believe these immortal heroes has lived this planet for 7,000 years. So within the frame, you want to see them and the world around them.
Yes.
So from the very beginning, they were excited, even marveled that we're going to go on location.
Yeah, well, can you guys talk to us about, how do you find the inspiration for, the Domo, for example, it's 7,000 plus years old, and the Domo is the spaceship that the Eternals travel in, and with the costume designs, these things are old, but we've never seen them before, and they also look so advanced.
Yeah.
Where's the inspiration for that come?
All of the inspiration for all this starts with Jack Kirby. Obviously, and as our fans know more than anyone, that the genius of Jack Kirby drawing, writing, coming up with all of the incredible Marvel things, but particularly this, that's where it all started. And there's some things in this movie. Have you talked about that yet? The mural in the back of the temple? Not yet.
No, it's a scoop just for you.
Yeah, there's some things that are directly, and then most things are inspired.
Yes. And we asked ourselves from the very beginning, that would affect costume design, production, everything, is that why are they here? Is it military? Is it missionary? Because everything is going to look different if it's military, missionary. So we realized that they were missionaries from the Celestials. Celestials are gods. So everything does have that kind of holy undertone. And we also look at sacred symbols throughout human history, backtracking it, thinking, maybe they were, because of who they were, they inspired these shapes and these symbols and designing into it. And also with the Domo, one thing for us was that what's the most advanced technology in the universe? It's not to think about wires and computers and no, it has to go back to all the way to what nature looks like. Seamless.
I'm going to start going crazy over Fibonacci spirals in a minute here. Question about sci-fi, actually, for both of you. The best, because this is a wonderful sci-fi film that's very much grounded in reality. The best sci-fi allows us to look to the future and yet take from it and really look at what's happening here in our lives now. And I feel very much the Eternals falls into that. Can you talk about the themes that you wanted people to connect?
That's what Chloe's pitch was, really, was focused on exactly that. That yes, talking about the sand, that you sent me that picture again recently, and I hadn't seen it since your pitch. Ancient aliens we talked about, and those fun theories, and that show that we go down the rabbit hole on, whatever channel that is. And really the history of humanity and how we got to where we are today. The good ways, bad ways, what made us who we are today, and where did Jack Kirby's Eternals fit into that. And we really, this was developed in the shadow of Endgame, and with the expectation that we wanted to go out after Endgame and try something new. And that is another reason Chloe's pitch hit me so hard, is because here we were finishing the Infinity Saga, and I was thinking, where do we go from here? How do we continue? Where do we grow? And Chloe came in and told us, and that's what this movie is.
And also, I think superhero genres for me is very similar to westerns back in the days. We used to explore the horizon. I always wonder what's beyond the horizon. Therefore, that genre was born. Now we pretty much explore everywhere. We're asking, what about there? What's our relationship with technology? So in Marvel, in all the films they've done, Tony's questioned that. Everybody's cursed that kind of complicated feeling we have with our future. So I think the rise of this genre is a very similar thing as westerns back in the day.
Chloe, you always have such an amazing way of taking big concepts and making them really close to the heart. It's a beautiful film, so congratulations. Such a great work, and we're going to send you off on the way to enjoy this amazing night. Thank you.
Thank you
Kevin.
very much.
Thank you, Chloe.
Thank you both so much. I could just talk to them forever